Okay, well, Thanksgiving's over. You got the holiday prompts downloaded and hope that you use some of those. Now, to some, those might have been a little overwhelming. I hope you found some of the questions useful for you. I know sometimes when I think, oh, but there's 22 there, and what's going to be the right journal prompt? And we get so hung up and tied up into what's right, what's wrong, what would be most useful, that sometimes we just go into the overwhelm. And when we show up in overwhelm, we just don't do the things. And I get that. It's normal. So, what I want to offer to you now is something that actually my coach shared with me about a short little journal, a way to journal, that on days that my brain wants to go, oh, I'm too busy, I don't have time for that, that this is a short way to get it done. And of course, she showed me this, she showed me her pretty little book and all that. And I was like, hey, that's great. And I'm already on Amazon while we're talking, looking it up on, ooh, I can buy that. Ooh, just what's the next thing? And not only do we typically buffer with food, we also buffer with spending money. So I kind of noticed what was going on. And I thought, you know what? I can create this in my own way. Now, I will sit down and I will throw together a digital journal with these simple little prompts. And when I make it, I will throw it out there, and if you want it, you just download it and keep it. But until then, I want to share this short little process with you. So if you don't have time to do all the journaling and you get hung up and I don't know what to write, when to write, what's my thought, what's the fact, what am I doing? Let's slow down the process just a little bit. Let's make it real simple. Now, I will share down below in the actual email that I'm sending you, or if you're not getting this email, you can DM me and I will send you all the information about this short way to journal. And it starts really simple. You can take a notebook, and what I actually did was took my notebook and I put a little tab in my regular notebook that I do all my things, and I just wrote it out. And somehow my little dog tore a little page corner off, which is not a big deal, but I could rewrite them, right? But I'm not going to do that. I tabbed it so that back in my journal itself, I can just turn to that page to get those questions every day until I create something in a digital version for myself. But it starts out with, and you just write today's date, because it's always interesting to be able to go back and look at what you did journal on that day. Like, I have looked back at my journals a year ago to see what I was thinking, because I was in active weight loss. Like, what were my thoughts? What helped me lead me to the goals that I was trying to achieve? So it starts out with the first things. There's three things that I'm grateful for. Now, I know we hear that a lot. We all always should be grateful. Well, it helps your brain focus on the positive things that are going on, because we wake up and we may be feeling, oh, it's going to be a shitty day. Oh, I feel shitty and there's just so much to do. It brings our brains back to think, okay, three things am I grateful for? Like, I know this happened probably about 6 months ago. Our water went out. You don't realize how grateful you are to be able to flush your toilet or to brush your teeth. You don't remember how grateful we are about we have air, we have heat, we have a roof over our head. I'm grateful for the car that I drive. I'm grateful for the food in my fridge. Like, slowing our brains down. We don't have to be grateful for all the big things. We can also be grateful for the small things. And it could be anything. I'm grateful for having this chair that I sit on because it's very comfortable and doesn't hurt my back. Like, just taking your brain and writing down three things that you're grateful for. The next three is what would make today great. Now, I do this every day, of course, in my business, but also in my life. What would make today great? Well, for me, is this morning was getting all the garbage out before it starts to rain, because we're calling for really bad storms in our area. And I would be grateful to get that all done so that I don't have to be taking the garbage out when it's pouring down buck ass raining and I've got to get wet. I'm a little sensitive. I'm a special unicorn. No, I'm not. I just don't want to get wet. And then, I wanted to get, that would make today great was to get that done. Another thing to make it great was to get in the office and get this recording done for you, because I was like, this would make today great, because that's the next thing I want to share with you. And then, just finding 3 things that what would make today great. Can be simple, can be large, could be getting the project done. It could be, I could eat on plan today. I could drink 110 ounces today. That would make today great. Like, I would be proud of myself at the end of the day for that. The next thing is daily affirmations. Now, I just always have 2 on the page, but you could write more, of course. And daily affirmations start with I am. Some days when I'm not feeling my best, it may be I am enough. I am enough. There's a lot said in that. I am enough. And then, with me, it could be I am figuring out the small steps that helps me move forward. Just start the sentence with I am and make your own affirmation. Now, if you don't know one, listen, go to Pinterest and type in I am affirmation and you will get a zillion. That just gets your brain to moving. You could read them and then create your own. So that is your morning routine. That will take you 5 minutes or less. That is your journaling. You have officially journaled, sweetheart. There you go. Now, at the end of the day, I think it's important to go back and look at and do this again for your brain. The ending evening routine would be 3 amazing things that happened today. And then you just write down 3 things. It could be, I got all the laundry done. I drank 100 ounces of water. What else could be amazing in your life? Whatever it is, just let your brain open up and figure out what 3 amazing things happened today. Hey, I got through a day without beating myself up over my shitty thoughts, or there were no self-judgments going on. I noticed that was great, but that didn't happen today. Now, the next question would be, how could I have made today better? Now, that's looking at the ways that you could have leveled up the day. With my clients, I always ask, how could you level up? How could you make it a little better? So you could just ask that. How could I have made today better? I could have drank another 6 ounces of water. I could have stopped a couple bites less when I was eating my lunch. I could have parked a little farther from the store. I could have read 30 minutes today. Whatever it is, it's letting your brain look for the things on the small things that you could level up. It can maybe I rode my exercise bike 5 minutes more, or I took a small walk. I walked around the house 5 times. Whatever it is, that's what you're doing. How could I have made today better? That's you looking for the level up for tomorrow. Now, this is considered a 5-minute journal. Now, like I said, you can go to Amazon, you can look up a 5-minute journal, you can spend $20, buy you one, have it shipped to your house, or you can just simply write it on a notebook like I've done. I tabbed it so I can find the page, and then every day when I don't feel like journaling, I can go back this and do a 5-minute journal. So I wanted to share this with you today. This is your go-to when the days that you're just not feeling it and not wanting to journal. So I hope this is really helpful for you. And that's all I've got for you now. If you have other questions about other ways to journal, I'm going to be making other journal prompt worksheets for you, of course. And if you're not already, follow my Facebook page, my Instagram. I'm always trying to put content out there that will help you learn the small steps that will create the weight loss that you're looking for. So I am your no gain coach, and some of you may still be asking, what does that mean? Well, I'm your coach. If you want to stop the yo-yo dieting cycles that you've done for years, that you could lose weight and then you only gained it back, I'm your coach. I've been through it. I've lived it. I've walked the steps. I've had my weight off for over 2 years now. Just come through Thanksgiving with no weight gain. And listen, I didn't do it perfect either. I didn't eat exactly to my plan. I had an overeat, but I did eat the things that I loved and I didn't gain any weight and I didn't sit in the corner and beat myself up over it. I just want to teach you these basic tools that will help you move forward in your weight loss. But here's today's tips on how to do a 5-minute journal. And like I said, I will drop the information in the questions below so you have it for easy access. So have a great day and I will talk to you later.